Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Coffee Break Tuesday. My name is Rob, and please excuse the little scratch on my nose. My 1-year-old is becoming vicious. So, with that being said, grab a coffee, take a seat, and let's discuss a family reading issue, because Lord knows we have those from time to time. Getting your kids to want to read is a challenge nowadays. I have 7 methods or tips that can help inspire your child or even yourself to want to read more. And like a pesky YouTuber, I have saved the best for last. Number 7 is my all-time favorite. So without no further ado, let's jump into them. The first method to get your kids or yourself to read more is this. Eliminate TV and electronics. I know, but you have to plow the field first. Stick with me. As a parent, I am guilty of allowing the TV to identify as the babysitter. And because it is easier to press a button than to get them to open a book, we resort to what is easy in the moment to fix the problem. We hand them a screen. We are pretty disciplined on this now. No tablets in the house, and the TV, it really only comes out on like a movie night or something like that. But this method is like plowing the garden. It's not going to grow anything, but it's going to remove any of the obstacles that will hinder the growth of the following methods we are about to discuss. So, minimize the electronics on certain days, certain weeks, all the time, whatever works for you. Remove the weeds in the way of reading. Method or tip number 2 is books all over the house. Put them high, put them low. Bedrooms, bathrooms, hallways, living rooms. By any seating device in the house, there should be a book. This honestly helps me as well. I have 3 big bookshelves in the living room, and I am often found in front of it. Baby on the hip and a book in the hand, just reading whatever suits my fancy in the moment. Method 3 is to let them pick their own books. We have found kids like to have ownership of books. We have also found that if they pick them out or even buy them with their own money, they are more apt to read them. And we allow them to choose from a pre-selected list of material that will be beneficial or in line with their schooling that is going on. And it seems to work well. Method 4 is reading to them. I found that reading to my kids does not only help them, but it has improved my elocution as well. Growing up, where proper English was not encouraged, hindered my progress of speaking well. Reading older works to my kids, such as Heidi and Moby Dick, have stretched my ability to read different styles of writing and to read with excitement and emotion. It gives me practice speaking boldly, and they honestly, they love the entertainment. Method 5 is creating an atmosphere for reading. Create a spot in your home where it is cozy to read. Tailor it to your personality or the kids or whoever you are trying to encourage to read. For me, I have an old glider chair with a glider stool to match, with a lamp, which is like right behind me. I have bookshelves to the left and a small side table to the right for important stuff like coffee, pencils to scribble, or even a beer if I am reading Nietzsche. For the kids' homeschool room, we did something similar for them, so they have a spot where reading feels good. No electronics are allowed in the room, so it's for reading and writing only. So you want to create a reading atmosphere that really just draws you to it. Method 6 is let them see you reading. Show them you read. Most kids, at least in the early ages, want to copy you. Starting this YouTube channel has forced me to read more to try to keep up with the video series, and the kids are always asking me about my book that I'm reading. So I tell them about the books. It gives me a chance to share what I'm reading and also encourage them to explore their own books. This took months to kind of notice, but now they want to sit in my chair with their little book and their little drink, and they want to look like me. And it's the coolest thing. If you're always on a phone, your kids will want a phone. If you're always reading a book, kids will notice and emulate. The next step is the best in my opinion. Method 7 is make trips out of reading. This is my favorite one because it is honestly just exciting. I personally love this, and I can't wait to share it with my kids once they get older and can understand more. So let me explain. I got the chance to go to Italy when I was 20. Rome, Venice, Naples, the works. Before traveling over there, I read The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, and I finished it on the plane ride over there. The places it mentioned in the book, the secret histories, the weird aspects of the place, the statues, the paintings, made the experience so much better. From the Vatican to the Castle San Angelo, it provided a deeper meaning to what I was looking at. I had some context behind the places I was seeing. And now Da Vinci Code is fiction, but the The places in the book are real. Not all went according to plan on that trip, though. I got mugged, I had my passport, license, credit card, and money all stolen. But other than that, it was a great trip. I learned quickly that not all lessons in life can be learned from a book. And life has its unique ways of converting the naive to experienced. I digress. Maybe I'll share the details of that story in the future. It's pretty crazy. But I've used this reading method when I visited Boston by reading about Paul Revere, Sam Adams, and my all-time favorite, Joseph Warren. I have a map in my head of Boston from the books and the taverns and the midnight ride and the route and the halls and the homes. And it was so cool to walk through the city and go see the old graves. The men I had spent the last year reading about, standing on Bunker Hill, thinking about Putnam, Warren, and General Gage. The reading is what creates the emotion, the feeling, the excitement that when I looked around, no one was experiencing it like I was. I was amongst the smoke. I was watching Putnam give his famous orders and looking around for where Warren may have been bayoneted and hacked to death, looking down at the advancing troops and looking backward toward the retreat. Reading before you travel will provide an experience like you never imagined. A long time ago, I was stationed close to Yorktown, and I have visited the battlefield a few times, but not since I've become an avid reader concerning the American Revolution. The next time I go to Yorktown, I plan to stand in the middle of the battlefield, between the redoubts, and I want to look to my right and see Hamilton, and I want to glance to my left and see Lafayette, knowing Washington is commanding behind me, about to win the battle that would seal our independence. When I go to Greece and visit Athens for the first time, I will have a long reading list to complete before I go there. Do this for New Orleans. Do it for Charleston, New York, Edinburgh, or even Paris. I can nerd out on this subject all day long, so I will leave you with that. I don't know why I enjoy that so much, but anyways. Get your kids interested in reading by keeping yourself interested. Read, travel, and then repeat. I truly hope you got something from this coffee break. If so, smash the like button and comment down below what place you would like to visit based off of a book that you have read. I would love to hear your ideas and your thoughts on that. My fine, fresh, and ever so delicious coffee is always linked in the description below. You can use the code THECAUSE for 15% off your first order. If you feel so inclined to support the channel, that is honestly the best way to do so. Plato's Republic is in the works and will hopefully be out soon. Pour some amazing coffee, open some great books, and I shall talk to you again very soon. I love you all. And as always, stay blessed.